Good afternoon, folks. This is Rob Chappell, Executive Editor at Madison365 with your daily update for Friday, the 13th of August. Coming to you live today from the Club on the Square, our downtown office. And I forgot my little microphone that I normally bring with me to places. So I apologize for the audio quality. Not going to be optimal. And I also don't have my second screen. So I'm going to do my graphics and it's going to be weird for a second. So stay. Bear with me, all right? I have to tell you about a sponsor, a supporter of the program. It's going to look crazy for a second there, but just stay with me, bear with me. Community Shares of Wisconsin marks its 50th anniversary with the Anniversary Backyard Heroes Awards, recognizing two of their biggest superstar fundraisers from within the current membership. Co-executive director of G-Safe, Brian Jukums, led their big share fundraising efforts while fostering LGBTQ plus inclusive schools. And Nancy View, previously a public defender, she has raised a record-breaking amount of money for Freedom Inc. as a director of grants and development. Thank you to Community Shares of Wisconsin for, you can see how wild that was, for their support of the program. So let's talk about some COVID numbers. Mostly bad news today. Yesterday we had some good news. Today, not so much. We're looking at 1,487 new cases today. That bumps our daily average up to 1,139. It was 1,104 yesterday, and it was going in the right direction. It was going down. Now it's gone back up. Also bad news, the positive test rate it had fallen for a couple of days. It had fallen for about 4 days straight. It had gone down to about 6.9. It is now back up to 7.1. So 7.1% of all the new cases, or of all tests rather, in the past 7 days have come back positive. That really needs to be below 3.0, right? To indicate that we've got this thing under control and that we're testing enough. And it's not good news if that's high. It means, first of all, we have high infection, but also we're not testing enough, right? More testing means more negative tests. More testing of people who are less likely to be infected will drive down that number, and that's we'd want to know that. Also today, deaths are up to 3 per day. That it was on average about 1 per day for a long time. Then it's been 2, and now it's 3. So that's also going up. We report 3 deaths yesterday. We had 3 deaths the day before that. A couple of days before that, we had 6. So again, deaths also going up. Hospitalizations up also today, although not as much. We have currently 609 people hospitalized. That's only 9 more than the day before. So it is up, but that's been going up by 30 and 40 every day. So a slightly less steep increase, I guess, is good news. I'd rather see it negative. I'd rather see it go down. It's still, that 609 is still 191 more than yesterday. So almost a 30% increase. I'm sorry, not since yesterday, since a week ago. Almost a 30% increase in the past week. Right? Also not great. So mostly bad news. Hospitalizations, the news is not quite as bad, but still isn't particularly good. I posted the interview I did the other day with Dr. Henderson as just on its own. So I think it had a lot of great information. So look for that on our Facebook page if you didn't see it. Also, it's on our podcast, the Thursday edition of our podcast. It's only 10 minutes. Listen to that. Dr. Henderson is a pediatric infectious disease specialist. Who else in the world would you want to talk to about sending kids to school in a pandemic other than an infectious disease pediatrician? This makes sense. So give that a listen again. We'll take a short break. We'll come back. We've got more news for you, including some wonderful entertainment opportunities this weekend and into next week. So stay with us. You want to get caught up on these. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I wasn't sure if it was the right time.
Then I heard about the college try.
You take classes for 7 days, see if it works for you.
No obligation, no worries. I kept going. I'm so glad I did.
I wanted to do online classes, but I didn't have a computer. The Madison College hooked me up.
You can borrow a college laptop and a Wi-Fi hotspot.
Seriously.
My dad always says, give it the old college try.
For real, give Madison College the college try.
Try Madison College risk-free for 7 days.
No commitment.
Just try it.
Like a free trial for college.
Like, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
All right, I'm going to go over to the graphics. It's going to be crazy for just a second, so stay with me, okay? Stay there. All right, so this is Esteban Tuma. Esteban was a Madison comedian for a long time. He was a teacher at Madison College, and he was the host of the Moth storytelling series here in Madison. He's hosted a lot of comedy shows at Comedy on State. We did a story on him 2 years ago when he went on like a nationwide journey. But he and his wife had planned and saved for 4 years, and they were going to get in their trailer and drive across the country. That didn't work out, obviously, because a pandemic hit us. But he's back in town now. He's continuing the sort of nomadic lifestyle, but he's in Madison for a month, and he's hosting a show at the Rigby on the east side. They're going to require vaccines and masks, but the preview is on Madison365.org right now. He's very funny. He's from Ecuador, calls himself Ecuadorable, which I think is charming. And should be a good show. That's next Thursday night. Two other things. DJ Payne 1 is hosting a show tonight at High Noon Saloon. It's called Friday the 13th, Return of Hip Hop. Now, first of all, you can go at 8 o'clock down to State Street. Mad Lit is doing a hip hop show there for free. Then you can head over to High Noon for the Return of Hip Hop. Again, be vaccinated, be masked. It should be a good show tonight at High Noon and really celebrate the return of live music, especially hip hop, which, Madison does not have a great relationship with hip hop because a lot of venues still like to pretend that hip hop audiences are violent or something when, there's no evidence to indicate that hip hop shows are any more violent or dangerous than any other shows. But Madison has its issues with hip hop, so it's a positive experience. It should be a fun show. And finally, this musical theater of Madison has this show opening is called The Yellow Wallpaper. It is directed by a mother and daughter team, and I'm gonna make sure that I get their names right. So give me 1 second. It is Janine Gardner on the left and daughter Trinity Gardner on the right. It's called The Yellow Wallpaper. It's a musical adaptation of a short story from 1892 by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. If you're an English major like I was, you encountered The Yellow Wallpaper at some point in your education. But it's a kind of a depressing story, but they're giving it the musical treatment, and it should be a lot of fun. That opens tonight at 7:30 at the Play Circle Theater, the second floor of Memorial Union on Langdon Street. Talkbacks will be held after the production with Dr. Elmia Auerbach and Dr. Bridget Fielder. And the show's run then tomorrow night at 7:30, and then there's a matinee on Sunday. So look for that. If you go to Madison365.org, you can hear from the directors all about that show. And sorry for the craziness again. And there's a link to get your tickets and everything there as well. So we've got all the news today, other than COVID, is entertainment related, which is great because it's a Friday. We've talked for a long time about maybe doing an entertainment podcast where you be able to listen to a show all about like all the arts and entertainment stuff that's happening maybe it's like a Thursday morning show, and you can listen to it and get caught up on all the entertainment stuff happening that weekend or whatever, as well as celebrating and lifting up some of the Madison arts and entertainment folks. If you think you'd listen to that, put it in the comments. Give us a vote of confidence, and maybe we can pull that off. I don't know. All right, that's all I have for you today. If you love what we do, if you value this news, if you value those, now you know what you can do this weekend. You got the hip hop show tonight. You got the musical theater. You got the comedy show next week. If that's important to you, the fact that you didn't have to pay for that, join the fam. It's a membership program. It's $5 a month up to $50 a month, whatever you want to do. Madison365.org/thefam. And that helps us keep the whole thing going. And we never have to actually make you pay for it if you decide to pay for it. See how that works? All right, that's all I have for you today. Have a wonderful weekend. It sounds like it's going to be beautiful. So enjoy yourself. Find something fun to do with somebody you love, but do so safely. Take care of yourself. Keep your masks on, guys. Even if you're vaxxed, keep your masks on. And we will see you again here Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.
This is 365 Media.